Stardew Valley Speedrunning. It's one of the strangest games to speedrun because it's not really, fast. Stardew's is a slow-paced, day-by-day sort of game. Not the type of game you could finish in 5 minutes like Super Mario Bros. Most of the speedruns for Stardew are a couple hours long, with the speedrun for beating the game, or completing the community center, taking a little over 4 hours for most people to do. But 9 months ago, I had a goal to change that. Before I knew anyone in the Stardew Valley community, back before I had less than 1,000 followers, I wanted to create a run that anyone could run. This is the story of how I created the dumbest speedrun of all time, and how it somehow became an official Speedrun.com certified category. This is the story of Stardew's Hat Mouse Speedrun. The Hat Mouse % speedrun is something that I made up a long time ago as a way to meet the most wholesome face in all of Stardew Valley, the Hat Mouse. The goal of the run is simple. All you have to do is go down to Cindersnap Forest and talk to the Hat Mouse as quick as you possibly can. Seems simple, right? Well, kinda. The Hat Mouse actually doesn't appear in this cracked little house until you complete an achievement in the game. Now that can be any achievement as long as you complete it. Now there's a couple of achievements in the game that are pretty easy to get. Collect 15,000 G, catch 10 fish, but the easiest by far is definitely DIY, which only requires you to craft 15 unique items. A new farmer already starts off with being able to craft 10 items, and they can all be crafted using only supplies on your farms: wood, fiber, and stone. Now it's just a matter of getting 5 more recipes for items you can craft to get that achievement. Well, to get all the wood you need for this challenge, you'll need to cut down 9 trees. These 9 trees will get you to exactly foraging 1, so you'll easily be able to get the recipes for a field snack and spring seeds. And then we just need 3 more recipes. There's a couple other methods you could try for getting recipes, like leveling up your farming skill or getting foraging to level 2, but the easiest by far is just to buy them flat out from Robin. She sells 6 path recipes, all for 100 or 200 G, which we can easily buy and then craft them using 1 stone or 1 wood respectively. And like that, we have our 15 items. On my first ever attempt at this run, I tried running this exact path. Got the 100 wood I needed, the 10 fiber, and then I would try and get as much stone as possible to get to the 40 stone I needed, but I'd usually pass out before that point. Then, overnight, I'd get my foraging level to level 1. The next day, I'd look for all 3 tree seeds and all 4 spring forageables while I waited for Robin's to open up at 9. Once she's open, I'd go in, buy 3 path recipes, and then pass out and run straight to the Hat Mouse. My first run came in around 10 minutes, but I knew this run could go much, much lower. Firstly, instead of taking a huge time loss and looking for all 4 forage types, I thought it might be way easier to just buy another path from Robin. We already had 200 G left over, so this process would be really simple. And in fact, if we could make an extra 200 G, we'd actually buy another path from Robin and eliminate the field snack too. Then you'd have no reason to look for the tree seeds either. While the tree seeds seem like something that should be easy to get with the amount of trees we'll have to cut down on that first day, you have to remember that for some reason, you can't pick up tree seeds until you're foraging level 1. So on the first day, while you're cutting down all the trees, you're completely unable to collect tree seeds of any sort. So you're forced to scavenge for them on the second day. So for the next run, I decided to get all my resources, sell some forageables in the bin, then go to Robin's and buy 5 path recipes. Then you pass out at Robin's and head straight to the Hat Mouse. With these adjustments in mind, I was able to take the record all the way down to 6 minutes and 27 seconds. A huge improvement over my last run. I ended my stream proud of the time I got, and didn't really think much of it until I logged on to Twitch the next day. Unsurpassable Z is streaming my speedrun, the Unsurpassable Z. Now, keep in mind, this was way before me and Z were even really friends, so this was extremely surprising to me. I was even quite flustered at the time. Stinky little 1,000 follower me having Unsurpassable Z do my run. I could hardly believe it. And what was even more surprising is how he beat my record. Z decided to ditch the selling entirely. Instead, he shoots for the 10 basic recipes, 4 paths from Robin, and then gambas on the tree seeds for the field snacks. So you collect the 100 wood, 40 stone, and 10 fiber. Then you go to Robin's as quick as you can and pass out. Then when you wake up the next day, you quickly look for the 3 tree seeds for the field snack. Then you'll sleep so that the Hat Mouse will appear and run all the way down to him as quickly as you possibly can. Z ends up beating my record by 7 whole seconds. So I knew I had to take it back. I strike back with a new strategy. Now I've learned that you don't have to go to sleep for the Hat Mouse to appear. In fact, you can craft right in front of him and he'll still appear right then and there. Using this new improvement, I'm able to get the first sub 6-minute Hat Mouse run. We exchange times back and forth, over and over again. Z takes the record from me, and then I take it right back from him. And then other people start joining in, submitting their runs. People have gotten their runs so optimized, they've gotten sub 5 minutes now. I even saw Haboo submit a run, Stardew's top speedrunner. The best speedrunner in the world was running my dumb speedrun. It was hard to believe. And by this point, the final Hat Mouse run had been solidified. Get all the wood, stone, and fiber you need, then rush to Robin's, pass out, then you wake up the next morning and pray to sweet, sweet Yoba that the 3 tree seeds have spawned in your farm. Then you just craft everything and head straight down to Hat Mouse. This is the route that persists even today. And while advancements have been attempted, none have quite been able to outshine this route. And many have tried. For a while, Haboo was saying that the quickest way to do this would be to play on the beach farm and get lucky with a crate of coffee. Then drink that coffee and run down to the Hat Mouse quicker on the second day. However, the beach farm is a lot more spread out than the forest farm, and you'll end up getting to Robin's pretty late, and it'll end up taking you more time, even with the coffee, to run all the way down to Robin's. And the RNG on getting the coffee crate is pretty low anyway. People have also tried to incorporate clay farming into the run. With clay farming, you could sell all the clay to Robin's when you go there to buy the paths and buy 2 additional paths. This could eliminate costly recipes like the 25 stone required for the stone sign, and the gamba on the tree seeds for the field snack. But to no avail. The field snack gamba strat is still best. And because of this, the Hat Mouse speedrun has become one of the most exciting speedruns in all of Stardew Valley to run. It has both the perfect combination of skill and luck. While it would take most people until 10 or 11 o'clock on the first day to cut down the 10 trees and the 40 stones necessary for crafting, if you're truly skilled at animation canceling, you should be able to actually collect everything before Robin's even opens. For those of you who don't know what animation canceling is, in extremely simplified terms, it's basically a series of inputs that Concerned Ape accidentally left in Stardew Valley's code. It allows you to cancel your actions before the animation is actually finished. Animation canceling is vastly quicker than using your tools without it, but it requires you to slap 3 keys at the exact second you want your animation to stop. So it's both extremely difficult to master and physically exhausting. So the first half of the run is truly just a pure marathon of skill, trying to cut down as many trees and stones as quickly as you possibly can, jamming on your spacebar to try and animation cancel to the best of your ability. In the Hat Mouse run, you have to be extremely precise with your tool swings, because if you do everything right, you should end the day with 4 energy left. That's 2 single mess-ups you get, so you have to be both extremely quick and precise. Then, after you finish the animation canceling gauntlet, now you have to go to the dreaded Robin menu. This requires extreme precision on clicking the exact paths you need as quickly as possible. Bumbling this Robin menu has ended many a run for me. And finally, after all that exhausting, back-breaking work, all you have to do is pray to God you get lucky enough for all 3 tree seeds to spawn on the ground outside your farm. And even if you saw some yesterday, it's very possible that they grew into little buds overnight, so all bets are off. This is the true run killer. You could be on the quickest pace of your life, but if you don't happen to get an acorn, a pine cone, and a maple seed spawned on your farm, the run is over. Now, while a ton of people sent their runs to me, the current record for a very long time was 4 minutes and 2 seconds by, you guessed it, unsurpassable Z once again. And while before we had a rivalry as strangers, now, months later, we were friends, trying to push the other one to be better, to beat the other one's record. And I was determined to beat my friend's record and be the first sub 4-minute Hat Mouse run. And after hours and hours and hours of grinding, working on my animation canceling skills, getting the precise scroll on the Robin menu, so many runs lost to not getting any tree seeds, something truly amazing happened.
Nice, we got them all. Okay, hold on. Wait a second, something's happening here. Hold on. I'm not messing this one up. What? Am I doing something wrong? Why am I so ahead of my time? What's going on? Okay, I can't mess up the menuing. I can't mess it up, man.
What are you doing?
Yes! Oh my god, that was so scuffed at the end too! Oh my god, I almost threw it! I almost threw it! Yes!
3:58. I was the first person to ever get a sub 4-minute hat mouse run. Until I learned that Habu had run it earlier that week and got a 3:48, but he does not count. I had done it, and while this was a day of pure joy, it would also be the end of the hat mouse run for a while. My hands were in deep pain from hours of running the hat mouse category, and finally I decided to let go, forget about the hat mouse, and let the record rest there. And then for a while, nothing happened. In fact, nothing really happened with Stardew Valley speedrunning in general. Why? Because like I said earlier, the categories take way too long to run. Despite the Stardew Valley community getting bigger and bigger every single day, less and less speedruns were being submitted. So the moderators at speedrun.com decided to do something truly insane, something unprecedented. They decided to open up a poll to the public. That's right, a poll would be made where you could submit whatever kind of run you wanted. And I wanted more than anything for the Hat Mouse run to be on that board. Not just because I wanted my run to be officially recognized on speedrun.com, but also because I just genuinely think it's a fun run. And I use the power of totally legal and fair methods, and in no way did I use my power as a micro-influencer to tip the scales at all. Then the moderators put out a second poll, the results of the first poll, and bam! Hat Mouse hadn't made it. Now, it just needed to make it through 2 more rounds of voting and it would be officially sanctioned as a Stardew Valley speedrunner. And a month later, they put out the next poll and... What? Hat Mouse didn't make it through? Are you kidding me? My baby is dead. They killed my mousy boy. How could they? Those monsters. And I won't stand for this. I won't let them put out the pesticides for my mousy boy. I go straight into the Stardew Valley Speedrunning Discord and ask, what the hell happened to my damn cap rat? And within seconds, a moderator starts typing back at me. And these disgusting cretins better have a good explanation for why they would kill. The Hat Mouse run was such a popular pick that it completely surpassed the 3rd round of voting. It was almost unanimously voted to be recognized as an official speedrunner. Several people even named you in their votes and described you as one of the most influential voices in the Stardew Valley community. And you know, just like I said, those moderators at speedrun.com, you know, they really know what they're talking about. Truly the best and brightest of our society. In just a couple weeks after that, and yes, it was true, Hat Mouse % had been added as an official Stardew Valley speedrun. But was that enough for me? No, of course not. I needed to be the world record holder of the Hat Mouse % run. The only runs that had been submitted so far were insanely slow, so I knew I could easily beat them out. And on my very first run back, after months away, I did it. I became the world record holder in the Hat Mouse % category. But that still wasn't enough for me. I wanted to obliterate the record. And while I said the run had basically been solidified, there was still one more improvement to be made. While I used to struggle to make it to Robin's by 10, by now I had practiced my animation canceling so much that I had finished gathering all the wood and stone almost an hour before 9 AM. This extra time allowed speedrunners to add this small tech into the run that I could now use in my runs. And to explain it, I'm gonna have to get into some technical terms. So the way that skills work in Stardew Valley is that if you get enough experience to level up, that night you'll get the recipes and perks for that level up. However, the skill actually changes live as you use it. It's easiest to see with fishing. If you're to level up from fishing level 0 to fishing level 1, the size of your fishing board will increase to the fishing level 1 size, even though you haven't actually had the official level up screen. Now, why do I bring this up? Well, you may remember the whole reason we can't get tree seeds on the first day is because we haven't gotten the level up screen for foraging level 1. However, for some reason, while you can't axe up seeds from the ground, you can shake them up from trees. If you don't know, if you right-click on a tree, you'll shake it, and when you shake a tree, you have a 5% chance to get its respective tree seed from it. So once we cut down the 9 trees needed for foraging 1, we can actually start shaking every tree we pass with hopes of getting a tree seed. However, this is pretty unreliable since it's only a 5% chance, but at least it's something to do while you wait for the day to pass. Using this new tree seed method, along with my new general Stardew Valley expertise, I'm able to bring the record all the way down to 3 minutes and 42 seconds.
Yes! 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 Yes!
And just like that, it was official. My stupid speedrun was a real category recognized by the entire Stardew Valley community. And I was the world's record holder of that run. It was kind of a surreal moment for me. Just a couple months ago, I was sitting in my room just watching Habu's Stardew Valley Community Center speedruns until early in the morning, streaming to less than 10 people. And now, I've left a mark on the Stardew Valley community forever. The Hat Mouse run is one of the most important things I've ever done on this channel. It led me to meeting some of my closest friends in the world, it brought my community together in a way I'd never seen before, and it showed me the type of content that I want to make. Honestly, I don't even know if this channel would exist without the Hat Mouse run. I love this community so much, and there isn't a better one that I'd want to permanently stake my flag in. Truly, thank you all so much for the support. It really means the world to me. And remember, please like and subscribe. These longer post-commentary videos take me a really long time to put together as opposed to my normal uploads, so it really helps out when you do those things for me. Thank you guys all so much, and I'll see you in the next one. And yes, I know that Habu literally beat my run 12 hours later on my birthday, but we're not talking about that!